Okay, so the first thing is a refrigerator pump. This one came out of, I think it's maybe a 8 cubic foot freezer. It was salvaged, no gas. I'm not sure on how much oil is in here, so I'm gonna actually have to drain it. This fitting here was bent to hell up this way. These tubes are brazed on here, so don't think you're gonna put propane or MAP gas on here without a special head and pull those out. So what I'll probably end up doing, this is the pressure line. This is vacuum, which is going to get cut back. And then we're going to make a filter for that out of PVC. This line here is going to get cut back. In my parts that I'm just going to show you here in a second, I actually forgot you need to have a T here, so we can come back and go back to the unloader on the pressure switch. So this is pretty much trash and take up everything else that I need. I'm probably going to get a little bit softer copper because this stuff is super hard, super hard. This line is basically the servicing port, but you know, it's like squashed and bent around. I can't straighten that, not without being able to braze this off of here. So I need a settling torque. I don't have the equipment to do that. I could probably take it to refrigeration. So basically what I'm probably going to do is just cut this off and straighten it up. Run a rod through there and then put a 90 on coming back up this way with a cap on it. This line will be cut off and this line will be cut off with a T. And then I'm going to kind of mock this up and you'll see where we're going with it. So the things that you're going to need, here's a heat gun, obviously, to remove those fittings. You can probably use a propane torch if that's all you have. Your wife's hair dryer is not going to work, so don't bother with it. You're going to need something that's going to get to, 800-900 degrees or better, so you're going to need that heat gun. You're going to need some aluminum. This is about 1/8 inch thick. I've already started on this thing. This is like my first little build video, so they're already drilled out. This extra piece of aluminum here is going to be for the handle, because now you'll see where we're going when we get there, but I'm going to need this to offset the handle. Second thing you're going to need is a chuck valve, and it needs to be 1/8 inch pipe thread. This is an 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch pipe thread. Basically, this is a check valve for brake lines, air brakes. So I know it can hold the pressure I'm going to use, which is basically going to be probably 110 high and 90 low for cut in, cut out, and this will easily be able to do that. And I know from driving big trucks at work that these check valves can hold 190 psi easy. You're going to need some spacers. These are the rubber feet, or this is a rubber foot that goes on the compressor itself. So I went ahead and went to Friedman's. I don't know if you have one of those around you, but you're going to need a place like that, not like a Home Depot, to procure a lot of this stuff. So these spacers basically go in this hole. This washer goes inside of that, and then the same motor, or the same parts that were holding the previous compressor motor down we're going to go on top of that and just sandwich that in there loosely so we have some vibration dampening. The biggest thing I thought I was going to have a problem with, this is the pressure switch out of the compressor, which you're not going to need anymore. Was this check valve here is 1/8 inch pipe thread, and for some reason in my head I was thinking that 1/8 inch compression was going to screw into this, and it's too big, it doesn't. So again, back to Friedman's, and what you're going to have to procure is a 90-degree 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch male female adapter, a 90-degree 1/8 inch to quarter compression, a regular 90 quarter compression, and I don't have the other fitting, sorry about that. It's going to be a T, and that has to go off to the unloader. I put these are other miscellaneous screws that are basically going to come up through the bottom for these feet. Or actually, I'm going to tap them and thread them through this plate once we measure it out. And last but not least, a pressure switch with the unloader. 4-port. You need a 4-port. They do make these a little bit smaller. This one's, I think, 90 to 120 psi. You can go 30 high, 30 low, so you can actually go 60 to 90. So 60 low, 90 high, or you can go as high as, we'll say, 110, 150, or I don't know, my math's all screwed up, but 150 high, 130 low, or 120. So you don't need a big, this is a 26 amp, but I want the 4 ports. The only problem is these are quarter pipe thread, so I may have to do a little bit of adapting in order to get this on. And that is the regulator, and I'm definitely going to need this safety valve. I may use a regulator, but I may have to change out these gauges because they're 1/8 inch pipe thread, and this is quarter, or I just may use this whole manifold. We'll see how things work out. So I'll wrap up this short little video. On the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to start mocking things up. We'll put the compressor up here with the mount plates. I'll show you what I'm going to do with the check valves and how I plan on routing that. How I plan on doing all the plumbing. And we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.